Hey, what's up, guys? This is Bombshell Rae with the Titus podcast, brought to you today by Harrys.com. Go to HARRYS.com. Use promo code Titus for $5 off your first order. And now, here with the Armageddon update, Christopher Titus.
I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon update. Today I want to talk about fags and dykes, trannies and he-she's. Got your attention? Because if you got offended at what I just said, then just relax. This ain't for you. But if you didn't get offended, and if you even smiled a little bit because I'm about to rip into queers, then this episode is all yours. I also want to ask what it's like living in North Carolina with all that humidity and political stupidity. In a world of terrorism, serial killers, school shooters, climate change, and children drinking water with more lead in it than a full clip on a Glock 10, I find it amazing that the down south turned the other cheek. God-fearing Christians had to write a law making it illegal to use the bathroom if you had your tallywhacker turned into an innie or your hoo-ha turned into an outie. That's right. If you were a boy born into a girl's body and now wear suits and ties, Axe body spray, and like to leave the toilet seat up, you have to use the girl's bathroom. That's right. If you have been gender reassigned and now, Brittany, you look just like a man, you have to walk in on a bunch of women taking dumps. And when they scream and ask you to leave before they call the cops, you can explain that you used to be a woman, and even though you currently look like Mark Wahlberg, that they shouldn't worry and don't forget to wipe. Or, if you're a man who is now a woman, you can click-clack your high heels into the Applebee's bathroom and into the stall next to a guy who is a roofer. He's going to see your Louboutins under the stall and think, wow, this chick is dropping a deuce in the guy's bathroom. I bet she's up for a little raping. Yeah, I'm sure this is going to cause no problems at all. To you people out there who believe that you have the right to judge other people and how they live, I have a question. Who the fuck do you think you are? A Christian? Really? Then I say, let he without sin throw the first stone. Yeah, it's in the book. Check it out. I also hear, yeah, but what if my daughter's in the bathroom and a guy who's dressed as a woman walks in and pees? First of all, why is your daughter looking at other people's junk? And wouldn't you rather have a girl, quotes, walking in than a guy, quotes, or I mean a guy girl instead of a girl guy? Ah, damn it, you know what I mean. Do you think that anyone in the LGBT community chose to change their identity or chose a sexual preference that will get them oppressed and possibly become outcast to their families, discriminated against at work, and maybe beat up in alley? You think they would go through all that so they could diddle your kid in a public bathroom? Wow. How sexy is your kid? You know, with all the things in the world that need to be fixed, hunger, homelessness, cancer, drug abuse, Prius drivers, why would you spend a minute worrying about where someone pees and poops? At the end of the day, this is America, where all men are created equal, even if that man is a woman. Don't forget, you holier-than-thou self-righteous douchebags who believe you are the gatekeepers to heaven. If you think you can take someone else's rights away, then guess what? Someone else can take yours. And I really don't like what you believe, or that you have sex through a sheet. So because you make love by the rules of a book written before the wheel was invented, you can no longer go into Bed Bath & Beyond, cutting holes in sheets to do the nasty. Disgusting! Hey, I'm just protecting my kids. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Hey everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast. Good morning, afternoon, or night, whatever the hell you're listening to the podcast. With me, as always, to the right, the lovely, the amazing, the beautiful, totally symmetrical Bombshell Rae.
What's up, people?
Oh, your mic's not on. Hold on. Let me turn your mic on. That would be probably better. And there you go.
What's up, people?
Hey, sorry about the technical difficulties. I'm going to leave it. Like Eminem said, yo, make a mistake, just keep it.
And then he went on to make billions of dollars.
That, like I'm going to now with this podcast, due to the fact that I made a technical mistake, kept it, and rapped over it. So,
I like that you just rapped with readers on. You're actually, they're not even eyeglasses, they're readers, like $2.29 at Walmart, plus 7.2. Is that right?
I got astigmatism, but that's the only ism I believe.
Y'all keep going, please. Or take the readers off.
You're very mean. You're very mean. I can't see now. I'm afraid that I'm gonna get at the point, because I don't know what happened. Hit my mid-40s and my eyes just said, you know, we're out. You know, we're taking a break. We're gonna, you know, why should we work as hard as we've been working your whole life? And now I have to wear the little readers once in a while.
Little readers.
I know.
That's
feel
your
like
street name.
Yo, what's up, little readers? And then I squint and go, who's that? Is that you, Ray? Or is that a little puppet?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about this law? It's pretty crazy, right? So it turns out, and this law, and I'm sure Bombshell's going to bring it up and make me sound stupid in a minute, because that's her job. That's why I hired her. basically what happens in North Carolina now, you have to use the bathroom that you were originally born with. Now, which means that if you are now a lesbian, if you're a lesbian and you've actually had your innie turned into an outie, as I said, you actually can dress in a suit, look like a dude 100%. You still have to go into the woman's bathroom. Isn't that a little more disconcerting than just going in the men's bathroom and no one noticing? I mean, you're a chick, and some dude walks in.
I find it all disconcerting across the board. No matter what side gives their argument, it's all like every scenario that each side poses to freak the other side out. Both of them freak me out. Everybody, like what you just said, any outie, like I'm out. I'm already out. Like I'm calling a gag order on going to the bathroom at all. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to visualize it. Just go to the bathroom, do your business, and go home. What are we going to do? Are we going to check?
Yeah, exactly. What is there, an inspector? Are we going to, instead of someone that for $1 hands you a napkin and a mint, is he going to go, hold on, zip it?
Yeah.
Let me see your medical papers.
Zip flop.
Zip flop. Oh wow, you're in the wrong bathroom.
Yeah, how would we have ever known? Why are we talking about it?
Yeah, I don't know. Was there a raping? Were kids getting diddled left and right? Because it doesn't seem. So here's what doesn't seem to me. So if you're a dude that wants to rape a little kid, you're going to do it in a public bathroom. And if you're a dude, you're going to go to the woman's bathroom dressed as a woman? Is that what are they? I don't know what they're trying to stop. That's here. Talk about a law that was built for what?
Okay, well, I mean, I think what they are saying that they're trying to stop is, something that is a problem in our world,
which is
I can't think. Childhood rapists, right?
Right. But
especially little girls. So that's what they're saying, that now this gives men free reign, and they're speaking of men that would abuse this system. They're not speaking of the men that are requesting the right because they're now a woman or whatever. They're speaking of child molesters that would abuse this system to get into the bathroom where young girls are.
Is there a rash of that? Or I mean, they're not going to the bathroom in a church, in a Catholic church. I mean, the only rash where kids are getting messed with are there. So you explain to me. Well,
no. I mean, it happens everywhere and all the time, but I just feel like, evil is going to persist no matter what we do. So what's the real answer? The problem with this is that they're trying to protect one group of people and totally violating the rights of the other group of people.
Of a bunch of different people. Interesting. And like you said, bad guys are going to be bad guys. And first of all, why don't we just make a law? Why don't we just make a new law? If you make a raping a little kid, death penalty. It's not even a question. That's it. That's the only sentence. Let's just do that. You diddle a kid, death penalty. Let's just do that. That's a law I can get behind.
Because it's what you said. So if we're protecting the kids, which I get, we're protecting the kids, right? So no men, any, men, quote unquote men, can go into those bathrooms. Well, if it's what you said, if it's someone who was born a woman, but now she has a penis.
Or someone who had a penis and doesn't have a penis anymore.
Whatever is now in the bathroom with your kids, is that better? What if you're so worried? It's just, it's too much information. I think we live in this society of everybody has to know everything about everybody and then grind it out.
What is your kid doing looking at someone else's junk?
Oh, please. We all did.
I did not look at
Liar.
Other people's.
I have heard a million times about the day that you stood in awe of your father's penis. I have heard you and my brother just told this
you
story.
You make it sound like there was a ceremony, but there wasn't. It was one of those. I think it was like I was a little kid, and he was like, "Teach you how to take a shower, you stinky little bastard." It was like that, and how to wash your feet, and like that. And I remember thinking, "Geez, holy crap! If I can have that one day, I will have many beautiful women." But I ended up with the most beautiful.
Oh, nice. You peed with your dad, right?
Yeah, a lot of father-son peeing. Didn't you pee with your mom? Women don't pee. Oh no, let's go. Hey, get son, you want to go pee? Pull the car over. Didn't you and your mom just pull the car over and walk in on the bushes and take a pee and talk about the world?
No,
that's what we did. We did a lot.
It obviously worked for you.
Yes, it did. Made me very, very calm and centered. Randomly peeing in wildernesses, or not wildernesses. Sometimes just an off ramp. You don't know.
Depending on how drunk he was.
That's right. Pull the car over. We're peeing. I don't get it. This law didn't need to be written. Unless you can point to me the statistics that children are getting raped in public bathrooms. Why would a rapist go into a public bathroom and do this to a kid when people are coming in and out constantly? It's a bullshit law based in nothing, based in hatred of some people who don't think that other people... Why do these fucking people care about other people's business? This is what I don't get. What is going on in your life, in your brain, that you have enough free time to think about someone who had gender reassignment? I try not to think about it, but what is going on in your brain that you're so offended by what someone else did that you have to write a law? You explain to me. Explain to me what comes up.
Well, I mean, it's what I said. I think that had they let it ride, had they let it be, then the people that felt like, the very small percentage of people that felt like they could go to the other bathroom because they look like that other sex,
right?
They would have done that, and nothing would have
They would have
come
went
of that.
They would have went into a stall.
No one would have noticed. It wouldn't have been a big deal.
They're in a tiny little room.
What they've now done, they're now publicizing it, which, I mean, they're also, publicizing to childhood rapists, child rapists and molesters and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just sort of like they're bringing that idea to the forefront of people's minds where I never thought about before.
Right.
Oh, if my kids are in a bathroom and men get in there and women, we never thought about it before. It's sort of like they're handing them a criminal handbook. Hey, guys, here's an idea of where you can go and what you have to dress like to get into the bathroom.
In Europe, they don't have other bathrooms. They don't have men's and women's bathrooms, do they? I don't think a lot of countries don't. They just have the bathroom.
So when we were in Europe, they did. They had men's and women's.
Yeah, I guess big ones. But, most of the time it's just bathroom. But it's got the double sign with the guy standing there and then the line and then the woman standing there.
Some of them, but you had a door. I mean, everybody had a door.
Right.
And a common sink area. But, I mean, I think that's fine. What's the big deal?
So let's quit talking about peeing and pooping. Let's just talk about the hatred and evil that goes into this law. If you can show me statistics, which no one shows, that says that kids are getting, it just doesn't make any sense. There's no upside for it. And when Springsteen cancels a concert, something's wrong. Bruce Springsteen is probably most even-keeled. He's got his opinions, raising food money for the homeless and stuff, and in food banks and giving millions to charity. When Bruce Springsteen gets pissed, he was the average every guy. Someone wrote me a really pissed off email. Yeah, Bruce Springsteen screwed us, man. He didn't back up the average guy. He backed up the queers. And I'm like, wow, dude. No, the average guy doesn't think about the queers, quote unquote. The average guy just lives his life and lets people kind of go ahead with it. I don't have enough time to worry about your gender reassignment surgery. Not enough to write a law for your bathroom time.
Thank you. I don't know. I mean,
give me the upside. Okay, give me devil's advocate. You give me the other side of it. You give me why this law needed to be said.
Well, it passed 83 to 25.
Of course it did.
In the House, and the Senate approved it 32-0.
Of course, it's in the South. I get it. Totally get it.
That's after Democrats who make up the minority walked out in protest.
And didn't even vote.
Didn't even vote.
Democrats didn't even vote. Wow.
Republicans and allies supporting the bill argued that it was necessary to protect the safety of women and children from radical action.
Have you met any gender reassigned people? Have you met gay people?
They're not addressing them. So I'm reading what they said, their statement.
Yep.
It said it could have allowed men who may be sexual offenders to enter a woman's restroom or locker room by claiming a transgender identity.
But wouldn't they have to be dressed as a woman? So here's your pedophile plan. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I think them little kids is cute. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get me a nice dress, probably Christian Dior or something nice. Some heels on. I'm going to shave my legs. I'm going to shave my nuts. I tuck it up my butt so no one knows. I'm going to put on some pantyhose, wig, makeup. Make sure I get a dress that don't make my arms look too manly. Cover up my tattoos, because I got a lot of tattoos. One says Sheila, which is weird. Girl walking in a dress and Louboutins that says Sheila on her arm. It's going to be weird. I'm going to do all that just so I can go into a public restroom where tons of people are in and out constantly so I can mess with a little kid. Man, I'm the dumbest pedophile on the planet Earth.
But not only that, you could do that with or without this bill.
Right. You could just follow a little kid in the bathroom, lock the door, and do right, exactly.
But like I said, maybe you didn't think of that before, but now you did.
Yeah. Now you have a law to get around. I'm just saying it doesn't. It's with all the shit going on the planet right now, with everything that's going on in hunger, Monsanto, vaxxers and anti-vaxxers, with all the shit that really needs to be solved in America right now, Trump. All of it needs to be solved. That this is what these dickheads did.
By the way, not in that order.
No.
You put Trump at the very end.
Yeah, it needs to go first.
Thank you.
And it looks like the Republicans are really doing it. Republicans are actually basically just shooting themselves in the many feet they have. They've basically blown off their foot. They just have stumps now. They've shot themselves in the foot so many times on this Trump thing now that there's no foot left. It's pretty crazy. Trump came out today and said the RNC. It's insane to me. But this is what we're focused on. So let me tell you guys something, my experience with gay people and transgender people. You ready? So I had a TV show called Titus, and it was pretty much an average guy show. It was a guy show. Would you agree? Yeah.
Yes.
Total guy show. Cars, hot rods. Cynthia Waters, hot chick, played my girl. Dave was always hitting on chicks. My dad was like a womanizer. Total dude show, right? Don't want to break it to everybody who loved that show, but the two guys who wrote it and executive produced it with me are both gay, and they're kind of some of the toughest. Jack Kenny's one of the toughest dudes I've ever met in my life, but also his partner Michael isn't. Brian Hargrove, who's a brilliant writer and funny and hilarious, is gay. And yet everybody has this thing. We had two lesbian writers on staff.
No.
Yes, we did. Did
you make them use the male bathroom?
I didn't care. I didn't give a crap. Guys' bathroom. If they used the girl bathroom, I was like, okay. If they used the man bathroom, I was like, okay.
We should have a halvesies bathroom.
By the way, there's no gay poop. It's pretty much all the same halvesies. So, just so you guys know, anybody who doesn't have any experience with gay or transgender people, if anything, they have a different sensitivity about things because they've been kind of abused their whole life. They felt different since they were born, so they have that weird insecurity. They've also had to hide it from their family for years, so that weird insecurity. They get messed with on a daily basis. They get looked at weird on a daily basis. They have a different level of heart that I've ever met because they have to deal with more bullshit than most people have to deal with. So that you guys would write a law, you assholes, you fucking assholes, would write a law to even make it more oppressive is pretty amazing to me. Gay people don't want to rape your kids. First of all, your kid, not that sexy, number one. And if anything, there's kind of some
They're not saying that the gay people would rape the kids. They're saying it opens the opportunity for men to come into the women and children's bathrooms.
In North Carolina.
They're never saying that the gay people would do that. However,
that's what
simultaneously they are marginalizing an entire group of people that they didn't need to marginalize. They could have just let it be. This guy wanted to be reelected, and it has blown up in his face. Springsteen canceled concerts. American Airlines and PayPal are looking at moving their business out of North Carolina. It's a lot of money.
Deutsche Bank just was going to put their American headquarters there, and they pulled out. That was like 900 jobs. So good job, dickhead. So by you standing up for the people that are living in the trailers or whatever, saying, yeah, I can't stand them queers, you just screwed your whole state. And the thing is that I've been in North Carolina. We play some great clubs.
I'm from North Carolina.
Right, Charlotte. We play. You're from there, and you don't have this.
I don't have.
I always think you're from Louisiana.
Louisiana. No, but check this out. When I was in the chemo chairs a few weeks ago, one of the guys there, True, he's undergoing chemo. He was in the Air Force, and he was stationed not far in North Carolina from where I was born, the Marine base I was born on.
Right.
And he always likes to talk about, because is the sanitary fish market still there? And, it's like we kind of bond on that. And he said, one of the things that blew his mind was when he went there, the KKK billboards on the way into town. And I said, wow, what year was that? Right. And he was like, oh, it was in the, late 70s or something like that. And I was like, wow, that is crazy. I cannot believe that the KKK advertised. And
they had a publicist.
Oh, yeah. They
Yeah,
had billboards all
Yeah.
along the highway that said this is KKK country, right?
Wow.
So I'm blown away. I'm
Was country spelled with a K?
yes.
Wow, that's
I'm
that's
like,
incredible.
wow, this is like so crazy that this happened before my time, you know? Like, I can't believe how backwards this country was. I mean, I thought that was way before then.
Was and used to be.
My mom hears us talking about it, and she says, oh, yeah, those were there until, I mean, you were...
93.
Yeah. My mom said that they were still there when I was in elementary, like all through the 80s and stuff.
Crazy.
Is that crazy?
Yeah, that's insane.
Well, at the same time, they were welcoming people, so I just want to say that.
Yeah, they weren't saying
It's a KKK welcome wagon.
Yeah. Just a guy burning across holding the rope.
It was a dude with the
Welcome.
hood on riding a horse in the whole thing saying
Welcome to KKK country.
Can you believe that? And that was during
Well, that-
our lifetime.
Also an unfortunate name for a radio station. Hey, this is KKK country.
I thought that.
Here's another song.
Call letters KUNT.
So I wonder if they're going to repeal the law. The district.
course they are.
No. The attorney said, or the district attorney, the guy supposed to. The state attorney said, "I won't even defend it." He said he won't. He said he would never even charge anybody on it. So you got some guy who I think the bigger problem we have in this country right now is the dumbest, most unaware, ignorant motherfuckers are running for politics right now. And we have been, all you need to do is be loud. It's almost like a bunch of goomballs with affliction shirts on are now running for office. And I don't just mean nationally, I mean in the state offices. People are getting elected because you know why? Because smart people don't want to deal with the bullshit of politics. They don't want to deal with how people get to examine every aspect of their life. How if they say one sentence wrong, they get shut down. They lose an election because, because they just said something weird.
See, here's the thing. This stuff, all of these things, not just this situation, but all of these things with women, everything. It's been going on forever, and it just hasn't come to the forefront. People have been gay a long time.
Yeah, what things with women? What are you talking about?
I just mean discriminations, different forms of discrimination, different things that people don't like, whatever. This has been going on
Who
for
discriminated your sexy little butt? Who discriminated you sexy little baby
Well,
maker?
you certainly interrupt me enough to call discrimination. If I could speak. Discrimination.
Discrimination. By the way, that's what this is. That's what that's exactly what this is, North Carolina. It's discrimination. You're an idiot and you wrote a law that makes no sense. Discrimination.
There is no claim of Christianity in this. It's actually they're just claiming protection for children, but I would argue that if it is, because you said Christianity.
I didn't say Christianity once.
I don't believe you.
I didn't. It's not. I can read it back to you.
Please don't.
I
can't. I can't. Again,
Too ranty?
Ever.
Too ranty? Then you have to write one next week. By the way, everybody, Bombshell Rae will be doing the next week's Armageddon update. We've only done 240 of these now, so
I just think
now
that
it took 240 to totally hate me.
anything that marginalizes any group of people, you have no stand. You have
Right.
absolutely no stand, whether it's religion or protections or anything like that. You have no stand. You just don't get to judge. Live your life. Let other people live theirs. And if it is a religious point of view, I think pretty much most of the religions call for tolerance, compassion, and forgiveness.
Pretty much all of them.
Except for that one that tells people to blow people up.
Yeah, no, blow yourself up to blow other people up.
That is way worse.
Yeah, that's worse. I'm not sure what chapter that is, but I think a lot of people skim that
At
before they
the
join.
at
A lot of people
the
skim those.
religion job fair,
Yeah, they're
that line is empty.
So I have this idea. So I heard that you guys, your religion, basically you're supposed to strap a bomb to yourself and blow people. You know what? Don't even worry about that. You don't have to. Everything
Did you
else.
read the part about 72 virgins?
After you blow yourself up, it gets pretty good. Pretty good. after you've blown yourself up with other people, pretty kick ass.
Most of their paperwork is 72 virgins. That's how all these college kids wander over to that table.
That's right.
It's very tiny print.
It's just gamers. It's just gamers.
Warning, you will have to strap yourself with a bomb and blow yourself up in a public place.
Talking really fast like the insurance commercials. By the way, so I've been playing Grand Theft Auto, and the hot chicks that are in Grand Theft Auto, will there be 72 of those if I sign up?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I'm going to go grab my Star Trek shirt and my Star Wars action figures. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Perfect. Another idiot.
I just don't. I think we need to evolve as a people. We've got to a place now, especially because of the internet and the way the world is with the news. When I started doing comedy years ago, the world was a lot different. The South was the South. I mean, the South was, when I got off the plane, it was like, how y'all doing? Man, good to see you. And California, to them, probably sounded like, whoa, you guys are from a country like it's below the Mason-Dixon line? Wicked. Do you still have slaves? That's how it was like in the 80s. All the way just as recent as the 80s, I think. And then because of the proliferation of television and cable, and we now have 500 channels. Even I go to the South now, I don't hear accents anymore. It's much lighter than it used to be. We've slowly becoming homogenized to one kind of people. That's what always amazes me, when you can still dig into the South and poke the right nerve, and all of a sudden the racism and horror of from 200 years ago comes up.
Right. Did you know that they passed a similar law in Mississippi?
Yeah. Surprise you?
Yeah.
Did it surprise you?
You have a huge fly on your nipple. I mean, it's huge, and it's not move. Oh my gosh! You just flicked it and it didn't move
because he was suckling. Because he didn't move because he was happy. He was suckling at my teat. A tsetse fly. That's why they call him that. They call him tsetse flies because he was suckling at my teat. I love that we're talking about something serious, and she is just staring at my chest, which is really unnerving.
It's fascinating.
My eyes are here.
Thank you.
My eyes are here.
Thank you.
My eyes are up here.
Now you see how it feels.
Kind of liked it.
Oh my god!
And I like down, and here's up. The fly was suckling. I flicked it, and he stayed there.
He stayed.
He stayed like, no. I want some nip, buddy.
He was the size of a small helicopter.
It was. Yeah, a Chinook.
How was I not to be distracted? A fly milking.
He was. Give me some of this Titus titty. Mm. It's not the first time that's been said. You're giggling like a silly girl. So what do we do? Is it just that this guy, now there's literally a list. The list of companies that don't want to work there, that aren't going to work there anymore is huge. I mean, they've lost, if you look at it, it's $200 million just by companies saying they're pulling out. Pretty much,
I'm going home to go to the bathroom from now on.
Right?
Like, even the bathroom is now a controversial space.
Right. I have my own little room. I get to shut the thing, and I can flurb it and flurry. I can make flurry all day long. Men's bathrooms are just really sometimes a cacophony of sounds that you cannot imagine.
Really?
Oh, no. Women's bathrooms not like that?
Yeah. In an airport, yeah.
Yeah, airport people...
Directly correlated to the food available.
Yes. I think in an airport... you land in the Midwest. You land into Dubuque, Iowa airport, and you go in that bathroom. There are some beef eaters in there. There are some people that have basically went through some sausage like you cannot believe. And I think because the airport's kind of almost like it's almost like an embarrassment-free zone in the bathroom. You can go to an airport and just flip it because you're on the plane and the pressure's different. So do you notice that your internal pressure is different when you get off?
No.
You're lying. I know you got. And then you're like,
No, never. When I fly, my whole body goes on lockdown.
I have a different problem. My stomach starts to roil and actually starts. I feel like pressure builds up, and then when I get off the plane.
How people go to the bathroom on the airplane is beyond me.
Why?
Because a lot of people, when they fly, because of the pressure and stuff, they just stop up.
Oh, so we know a little bit more about you than we needed to know.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
Well, that's why if you're training for a fitness show, they don't want you to fly within the last couple of weeks because it stops the whole system from working. Yeah, you're not supposed to travel within the last couple of weeks of a show.
Why the hell does it stop your system from working? Being on an airplane?
It also dehydrates you, which puffs you up really big. So it's just not conducive. If you have to fly to another location to compete, you should go early.
Yeah,
and flesh it out when you get there.
When I get off a plane, take my shoes off, my feet look like apple pies. Just two big, round apple pies, all puffy and fluffy. Because I get
Those big
dehydrated.
elephant man legs with the big Velcro shoes.
Yeah, that's right. My knees fold over. It's bad. My butt's hitting the back of my knees. What happened? I just got off a play.
Yeah.
Next day, tighten right up. And I'm good.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. But for the first couple hours, I am not an animal. for a bit, for a tad.
You're going to be flying tonight, actually.
I have to fly. I'm going to Florida, guys.
Florida.
Bombshell staying home. I took a month off to do a special unit, the movie, which, by the way, we're in the middle of editing right now. And it's so far, it's all right. So it looks like a movie, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. But and we're all concerned, aren't we?
Yes.
Why? Why are you concerned?
Because I always am.
Special unit is coming together, people. I can't believe and to you people that helped, thank you so much. To the investors, thank you. To Bombshell Rae, who played Margie, an amazing character, and helped produce the movie. Great job, babe.
Thank you. Margie was not at all me.
At all. At all. Margie is the goofiest human being I've ever met in my life.
She's super cute.
I liked her
cats.
and scared her. She's that person that comes in, and as she leaves, everyone goes, "What the fuck?"
But she doesn't know that.
She doesn't know that at all. And they don't hate her. They just think, "Wow, she is a piece of work."
She moves very quickly and loves her cats and her mama.
Yeah, and her mama.
She's a good girl.
What do you think about Bruce Springsteen canceling his concert?
I don't know. I mean, I get that it's a form of protest. He said it's the most powerful tool that he has to make a statement. But I do at the same time think, well, you're not canceling the show you were doing for the politicians. You're canceling the show that you were doing for the people. So that kind of sucks.
Yeah, but he's letting the people know that he's doing it because of the laws of their politicians, their
right.
leaders. Your leaders have made it so I can't perform here. I'm sorry.
Bryan Adams canceled in Mississippi.
Cuts like a knife.
Canceled.
Yep.
Standing up for LGBT rights.
That being said, though, I'll be...
What's the Q that got added?
The Q?
Yeah, it's LGBTQ.
I thought it was an I.
What does the I stand for?
In the middle of... it's not the word I'm looking for. In process or something.
Queer or questioning.
Queer or questioning. Wow. Just because you're confused a little bit... You're questioning if you're gay or not? Listen, I could have been in part of that group when I was like 14.
Oh, wait. Sometimes now it's LGBTQQ. Q.
Why two Qs?
Queer or questioning.
Okay, we've gone too far. Okay, now, to the people full of hate in North Carolina that passed these laws, you're off the table now. I'm pissed at you. Fix it. To you gay people out there that actually believe that you need... First of all, you're creative. You're gay people. Most of you are pretty creative. Can you come up with a better acronym? Have it mean something. Have it spell something. And then you add two Qs. You already got a Q.
Oh, wait. No, actually, it's been extended to LGBTQQIA. Queer, questioning, intersex, and asexual. Not kidding.
I'm done. We're not going to talk about this anymore.
They should just call them dim.
Dim over there?
Those.
Those.
LGB. Can't they make it a word? Don't we have enough
let's
now?
Let's figure out. You're good at this kind of stuff.
Let's
make it a word. I think, and we have vowels and consonants.
Well, the problem is that we don't have a U for the Q.
Yeah, but okay. So what? LGBT, QQ. IA. So we got an I and an A. So we got two vowels and a bunch of consonants. Can we make something out of that?
I don't know.
Libaqua, libaqua. Let's come up. We need to come up with a word.
All
LB.
right.
Okay, figure it out. Come on.
Somebody come up with it and send it to us.
No. Okay, I'll
It's too many Q's.
Yeah, then what? Yeah, but so kumquat has a couple Q's.
But it has a U.
Quit you. That's from the cowboy movie. Quit.
You left out the B.
Quibbit. Quibbity.
This is what you sounded like in a spelling bee.
I did.
Christopher
Can
Titus.
I sound it out, please? Does it have an X? That's me.
No, the word is...
Is there a 3?
Spring.
What is spring? Spring. Can I have a definition, please?
The season that comes immediately prior to summer.
Is there an alternative definition?
Yes. I'll use it in a sentence. When we are busy, I spring into action.
Okay.
Meaning to act quickly.
What about the squishy things that you bounce up and down on?
Okay. All right. Okay. Titus, sure.
S.
Sure. Like a slinky.
Linky.
No.
What?
No.
That's a spring.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Slinky's a spring. Ah.
Please don't hold him back again.
Hey, just who walked in?
Back.
Fetus.
Fetus.
Hey. What's up, man? Turn your mic on.
We're talking about LGBTQQIA.
I know what some of those letters mean.
So explain to them. They're adding more letters. It's weird because some of these people don't get along. This group of people now there's too many different kinds now, and they're not all going to get along.
Here is the absolute brilliance of humankind. Is that
please inform me.
Is that so? Little people, marginalized, discriminated against.
Yep.
So you would think that as a group, we think of them as a group, right?
Right. They would all come together.
Of
They would become
people.
an army of little munchkins rolling forward to get their rights and live their lives.
Marching
Wrong.
in Mordor.
No, that's not
Wrong.
it. That's it. Yeah. Order Mordor, yes.
Yeah, no, the different, I may have said this a couple weeks ago, but the different types of dwarfism, some of them affect them differently. Some of them have very large heads and big butts. This is almost...
And I cannot lie.
And this is almost a direct quote from Brad, right? That's the kind of dwarfism that he has. But then there are some of them that are exactly proportionate. They're just tiny, tiny little, but perfectly proportionate people. They're just little. They hate each other. They hate each other. Even Casey that played the stunt woman, she doubled Debbie on the movie.
Yep.
Casey told me, oh, yeah, I can't stand those people. And it's like, what? You guys are all supposed to work together. Right. So I can guarantee you that you bring together L's and G's and B's and T's and Q's and I's and I's. Yeah. There is going to be some shit thrown down.
Yeah.
I mean,
and a lot of snapping.
Have you ever been to a gay pride parade? Already, that's like, I mean, you got to wear Kevlar.
Kevlar or Kevlar?
And a condom.
Rainbow Kevlar.
Rainbow condom.
So your generation, Fetus.
Yes.
This whole thing in North Carolina, this whole bathroom law, it's the dumbest thing. So basically they're saying that you have to go to the bathroom that you were assigned. And by the way, the percentage of transgender people is incredibly low. It's 0.000. It's really low. It's not a lot at all. So now basically, so if you're a lesbian and you've chosen to identify as a man, like Rachel Dolezal dressed as
I think those are two different things, though.
I'm just saying that you identify as a man.
Yes.
You actually have had that reassignment surgery. You are basically a man now.
Yes.
Whatever they did to fix it. And you dress in a suit and you look like a man.
Yes.
You now have to go into a female bathroom because you were born a woman. So so now this dude is This dude is going to be walking into exactly.
That's the thing. How are they going to enforce any of that?
It has to do with what the law has to do with what is on your birth certificate.
Right.
Who even knows where their birth certificate is ever?
Who's going to go, let me see your junk? Hey, whoa, hey, before you drop that
junk
deuce.
Wouldn't matter.
Before you drop that deuce, let me see your junk.
It wouldn't matter because people have been reassigned. What the law pertains to is what you were originally assigned as at birth. However, you can get that changed on your birth certificate, they're saying, but until you do, you can't go in that bathroom. So what are we going to do? Now they're going to require that we carry around our birth certificates to decide where we poop?
Are they going to... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like TSA is now working the bathroom at Applebee's.
Which is exactly where they should be working.
Yeah, that is that. Hold on. Stop. Can I see your ID? Zip flop. Zip it out. Okay. It looks like... Well, is that a scar? Sorry. Other bathroom. That we're even talking about it. I don't think that the law... I think we get that the law is pretty much meaningless and can't be enforced. What bothers me is that in 2016, we still have these assholes who are spending time not fixing their communities, these government agencies who are not spending time making their people and get better jobs. In fact, this guy, like you said, this governor, all these companies are leaving North Carolina now because of this stupid law. Because this guy's a douchebag.
They had to take time to write this and listen to it and propose it and pass it. Think of all the other better things they could have been doing with their time.
And how do they get paid? Do you think is there a fund that they get paid? Is there a company that pays them, or is it the taxpayers that pay them?
Probably large part the taxpayers.
It's only the taxpayers, well, except for the lobby money. And so we need to clean house. People, here's what I'm going to say. The election's going to come up. We've seen it every day. We don't just need to clean house federally at the top levels. We need to clean house across the board. If we had just a massive, every state that listens, everybody got mine, and we cleaned out everybody in one shot, nobody got reelected, the power would shift back to the people in one day. One day. Shit would start getting done. Guess what? All those job programs that you want to have, instead of spending $800 billion on defense, we'd spend $600 on defense, and we'd spend $200 billion doing infrastructure projects and create 2 million jobs for America. It's time to cut everybody loose. Cut them loose. Actually, this year, fuck it, 2016. That's what I'm going to say. Fuck it. What about the other guy? The other guy's not experienced. That's who I want. I want a guy that that doesn't have experience, that listens to us and does what we ask. That's
There's
what I like.
a car parked next to our house with the bumper sticker, Bernie 20 whatever, because fuck this shit.
I have a Bernie bumper sticker, but I want that one.
I want that one.
So good. Do you think, I feel like this community of people is longing for days of J. Edgar Hoover. That he's got to be the hero. We all have our hero. It's like disabled people, they really...
Christopher Reeves.
FDR, though.
FDR, too. Christopher Reeve, FDR, right.
He did what he did, and he was suffering, It's like when we had the rap party, I was sitting and talking to a couple of people that were in wheelchairs and stuff, and they were talking about, man, FDR, you think about what he did, and he was in pain, and he was in a wheelchair, and stuff like that. So I bet, J. Edgar Hoover probably is...
Is the LGBT hero?
Yep.
He's running the FBI and also going by the name of Margie.
Yeah, Margie.
I know. I'm sorry. Just looking at you, Margie.
Total steer.
Marilyn.
Thank you.
Hello. Can I see the case files? J. Edgar, could you stop doing that, please? Happy birthday.
No.
Stop.
No.
Stop. What bathroom are you using? That never came up.
Might have.
All right. So in your generation that feels like, what about that? It's like you guys don't even have any kind of any connection to this. You're like, why would you give a shit?
Yeah, my generation is extremely tolerant, across the board. And
what do you this language bothers me a little bit too. What are you tolerating?
It's not. I guess tolerant is the wrong word. It's like we're kind of a lot of people would call it blind. We're blind. We don't we don't view it as. It's not like we're putting up with it. It just is.
We're blind to queers.
We ain't seen no queers. No lesbos or queers. I don't see them. I don't see them. I just
like them.
I marginalize them.
Don't see them.
I'm not saying that. I get what you're saying.
Well, it's also in some part a problem because sometimes we don't view things as there being an issue. Therefore, we don't address that there is an issue, and that's why in large part some of these issues continue to persist.
Right, because you guys don't take a stand on it, and in the old guard is still
exactly.
cycle. They're still thinking it's like 1932.
Yeah,
they're playing X-Wing.
X-Wing.
Oblivious.
Hey, by the way, Homeboy did out of how many people were there?
250 people, 23rd.
So he got so by the way, Fetus. This is by the way, and now Geek Update. This is the Nerd Report by Christopher Titus. That's not exactly how that noise goes, but I'll get one for you and we'll play it later.
Okay.
Thank you. So Fetus gets invited to the X Game Worlds, right?
It was an open in Chicago.
X-Wing.
Yeah.
So X-Wing, yeah, the board
Star
game.
Wars game. Star Wars game.
Not to be confused with X Games, which is what you just said.
Yeah.
No, not
X-Wing.
X Games. I definitely am not doing the X Games.
Definitely not. By the way, this is not a room full of X Game people.
Travis Pastrana is not playing X-Wing.
The board game.
I think you might do the X Games.
I would do that.
Yeah.
I
would not,
that
but
shit.
you would.
Yeah.
And I ended up coming. I made the first day of cuts, and then I was one game away from making the top 8, but I lost.
I feel like that's the difference in our personalities. You're X Games, he's X-Wing, and I'm Ecstasy. That was all of our childhood.
It's yeah.
So let me ask you. So what was the last move? What was the move you missed? Explain to me the last game why you lost.
Well, the last game was I actually got paired up with my co-host on the podcast we run. He's like my best friend. I traveled with him, and I ended up just conceding to him because I wanted him to. If you win, you go to London. But the London prize is at the same weekend as my sister's wedding, and I wouldn't be able to go. So I let him make the top 8.
By the way, that's why a lot of people don't play in the Super Bowl too, because their sister's wedding. A lot of them just say, "I can't." The same weekend as my sister's wedding, can't do it. So I get that this is really top notch.
I put my sister's wedding ahead of a free all expense paid trip to London if I were to win that, and I definitely would have won if I made the top 8. So.
Of course you would have.
Well, of course you would have. Absolutely.
He was all over that shit.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm really good.
Yeah. No, you're right. That you were like you started a couple months ago, whatever, 6-8 months ago. And now you're playing.
Does your roommate agree that you conceded, or is he telling everyone else that he whipped your ass?
This wasn't my roommate. This was another friend. But yeah, he agreed. He agreed that I conceded.
We're gonna need a
How far did he
statement.
go?
He actually lost in the first round of the top 8. He played our other co-host of our podcast. There were 3 of us. He ended up getting matched up against him in the top 8, and then it does. No one cares about.
Wow, the drama, man, the drama.
It was drama for days.
My God, it's like the brothers playing on like teams in NFL or the NBA, man.
It's like Manning versus Manning.
Yeah,
up in here.
It's almost like the Civil War all over again,
Seriously.
brother against brother. Oh my God, I don't know.
Marvel
how you guys,
Civil War.
How did you get through it? We should do a movie about this.
We should.
It would be about 3 minutes long. Bombshell, wake up. All right, so do me a favor, people. Don't check people's junk in the bathroom in North Carolina. Just let them pee.
Instead of grinding something out, we should all focus on creating something better.
There
so
you go.
if you don't like something, don't worry about forcing people to stop that. Create a better situation that people can step into. If you have a problem with something, stop trying to tell everyone what to do.
And also try to prioritize your problems. Gay people taking a dump in which bathroom, not really up on it's not even in the top 300 of my problems. How about Syria, North Korea, Trump? Let's just keep going down the list. And I think taking a dump in the wrong bathroom and the gender-assigned bathroom probably be 300-400 problems down my list.
I saw a pretty awesome video regarding Trump the other yesterday. It was a female with cue cards that she was holding up, and on the cue cards were just quotes of sexist things he said. And you'd expect the video to kind of end at some point, and it just goes on for like way longer than you think it would go on.
Did you see that one where the women were actually had these pretty women and like all of all races saying shit he said, quoting him exactly? Guy's amazing. He's amazing. At one point, you just got to give it up and go, how did you get this far, dude? What is going on with you to get this far?
Tennessee has now passed an anti-LGBT counseling bill.
What?
This just came up on my feed. They passed a bill that could jeopardize access to mental health treatment for LGBT individuals. It allows therapists and counselors to reject patients they feel would violate sincerely held principles.
I gotta say, so why is the LGBT community's sincerely held principles less than anybody else's?
I don't like where you put your penis.
That makes me angry.
Yeah, where your penis and your vagina is? Look,
Quite frankly, how do you hierarchy things that you consider a sin?
Yeah.
It's okay for a man to have a wandering penis as long as it's a heterosexual relationship.
Right,
that's fine.
That's right.
But it's not okay for I don't understand that thinking.
So let's don't even talk about it with sex. Let's talk about lying. Let's talk about everything. Why is if people understood how everybody I have met who is gay came out as gay, they had to go through a nightmare. There's no joy in it. Like once they become it, they become who they are. Then there's joy in it. But their lives in a nightmare. You think and the oppression they deal with, it's crazy. I don't get why you give a shit. Did the Southern Coalition get together and go, all right, listen, here's what's happening. Can't fuck with black people anymore. Turns out we've been shooting too many of them, and now everybody got a goddamn camera, so now we can't make fun of black people. We can't be oppressing black people anymore. It's getting kind of hot. Who can we oppress? The Chinese can't do that either because it's an emerging market, and they're kicking our ass. They own our debt. Can't make fun of the Chinese. These women are getting pissed off. Plus, we like to sleep with them, so let's do that. We can't oppress them women. Damn it, who can we oppress?
The gays?
You think so, Jerome? You think the gays?
Well, I mean, we can't fuck them. So, I mean,
and they ain't gonna fuck us.
No.
So and they're weird.
Yeah, they're weird.
Serafina, you got something?
I'm sorry.
You know, women have sex with women,
Whenever
right?
we have these meetings, I just smoke weed and tune out.
You know, we see we can't oppress her. I would like to oppress her.
She scares me.
Right? And she won't have sex with you, so she needs to be oppressed. But we can't do it because
Nope.
different. Oh, women got rights. 50. We like to get paid the same, too. I say we go after the queers and the almost queers and the thinking about being queers and then the lesbianos. And we'll go after the fruitcakes and let's oppress them. Let's start with where
I
the peak.
love fruitcake. I'm like,
See, I knew you was weird. See, she's weird. Maybe we can oppress you if you like
Beanos,
fruitcake too
too.
much. The lesbianos?
you're stupid.
You're stupid.
FYI, the Louisiana governor has now signed an executive order to protect LGBT rights. So booyah all up in your face.
Louisiana. You know why? Because it's got New Orleans. New Orleans is a crazy-ass town where anything goes.
Well, it's got a large population of LGBTIAQQPT.
X5.
I bet if they were to do it all over again, they would have come up with a anagram. Is
Right.
it that actually
That's
says
me.
something?
By the way,
Oh, he wasn't here for that.
We tried to figure out. We're next week we're gonna have to sit down with all the letters and we're gonna come up with an anagram because it just sucks. And when you start adding the two Q's and the I, we got as long as
Look
it's some
at
vowels.
the
Yeah, we tried earlier. All right, guys, we've talked about this enough. Now, from sea to shining sea.
Harry's.com brought
Oh,
you this
that's right.
episode.
Yeah, Harry's.com. By the way, their razors work on all types of people, whether you're LGBT or whether you're straight
IAQQ.
or IQQ or an X, a wing person. Either way.
That's right.
Yeah. I have to say, and again, I keep talking about this because it always surprises me. We were getting ready to go somewhere, and I usually, when I'm not working clubs, I will actually let my little scruffle grow, which you can't see it anyway because I'm the whitest human being on the planet. I can go for I can get 30 days of stubble, and it just looks like I'm dirty. So, and I am a little dirty. 5 blades. I take that damn razor out, and it is so close. I'm to the point now where if it's not close around, if I'm looking for I see my old Gillette razor, I won't use it anymore. I only use Harry's. 5 blades, closest shave I ever got. I'm not bullshitting you.
And the new military-looking rubber-handled Grippy Dippy.
Oh yeah, they put a little coating on there.
Because I guess people have trouble holding on to their razors in the shower.
Yeah, because it was a shiny gold thing, and
It was super pretty.
It was pretty, but also you could also be in a barbershop quartet and be holding one. Now you've got the kind of tough X Games kind of tactical. I've got a tactical razor. Hold on, guys, we're about to invade. All right, I'm clean shaven. Let's do this.
It's now right up my brother's alley. My brother was like, whoa.
Yeah, the green one.
Super cool. So, you get the starter pack, free shipping, Fetus's favorite part.
Yes.
You get the blades, you get the shave gel or the shave cream, and then you got the razor. And if you use promo code Titus at Harry's.com, you get $5 off your first order.
And I guarantee it's the closest shave you've gotten. It's the closest shave you've ever gotten. Have you noticed that, all the 5 blades? The only problem is the only problem I have with it is that when you shave, sometimes, because it does so well, I have to rinse the blade out because hair gets in there.
I have to do that a lot because I've got thick
Yeah,
monster
you're a
Sasquatch hair.
You're literally.
Yeah.
He literally is. It's crazy. It's just all those pictures are just an out of focus
How long
picture
ago
of
did
fetus
you
walking to
shave?
school.
How long ago? I haven't shaved since before the movie started.
Holy crap.
Wow.
That was like a month ago.
Yeah, it's
or
been like
more.
a month. Yeah.
See, but if I went a month, I wouldn't look. There's no way there's no way I'm coming up with the Planet of the Apes, Planet of the Apes look that he has going on.
I trimmed it about halfway through the movie at one point, but that was it.
Okay, you need to start. Okay, it's getting that scruffly kind of.
It's. In
You
the
look
works.
like the guy on the bounty paper towel thing. What you need to do now is start trim. I want you to go hipster, real hipster, over trim it like lines.
You want me to do that?
Yeah, and then do
Oh my God.
My dad, I've talked about this before. My dad did the coolest thing. He would grow a beard like that, and it would go for 3-4 months. And then on one night, we'd all be sitting around, and he would go in the bathroom, and he would start doing different characters, and he would just shave pieces of it, all the way down until he got to a Hitler. He would take it down, Fu Manchu, he would do mutton chops, and then he would always leave the little Hitler.
Maybe I'll just do straight up sideburns.
His-
His huge mutton chops.
Yeah, his
on
last
Monday.
thing was Hitler, and he would do the Hitler, and he would come out, "Oh, man, oh, kids, you are watching the television," and we'd laugh. Oh, Dad's doing Hitler again.
Oh, Hitler.
Is that where you get that accent from?
Oh, it's every childhood friend.
All right, and now, from sea to shining seas, continent to continent, and sometimes space, where Elon Musk rules. It's Bombshell Rae with the Bombshell News.
There is something called the Icelandic Philological Museum. Started as a gag, but it's grown bigger now. Do you know what that is?
No, it's a philologic.
It's a penis.
Oh, is it a philologic?
It's a penis. So this guy, the guy that
Don't
owns,
do a lot of penis research. I mean, on mine I do.
the guy
I'm
that
pretty much
owns the
in that.
museum said it started as a joke, but when he realized it could be made a good collection, he intended to keep going and trying to improve it. In the documentary, which is called Dickumentary, he talks about penises available to buy or rent. He's
What?
72 years old. He got a hold of his first penis when he was just a kid.
Was it like a penis B&B? Wait, you could rent a penis? Can I sign up for that?
This is in Iceland. When he was a small kid, he was given a bull's penis as a whip to take the cows to pasture and so on. After he got the first one, some friends started bringing me their penises from a whaling station. And so then he got a bull, everything, and it's all in the Penis Museum. It officially opened in 1997.
So wait a minute. I have friends. My friends know my hobbies. Like it. Like if I saw a cool X-Wing shirt, I'd get him an X-Wing shirt. If I had one of my friends, first of all, probably wouldn't be a friend long. You know, Phil collects penises. Did you know that? Any kind of animal penises. By the way, the more endangered the animal, the better he likes it. So at one point, he had a room full of just animal penises and went, you know what? I got a museum here. That's like a guy with the car collection. Really? That's crazy.
Yeah, he's got over 300 specimen penises and penile parts.
You know what? I'm disgusted and incredibly interested.
He has a 2-millimeter hamster penis and a 6-foot whale dong. How about that?
Whatever makes you happy, though, right?
By the way, my favorite band was Whale Dong in the 70s. Huge band. They were great.
Also, huge penis.
Yeah, they went on forever. They would never get off stage.
A man in Florida told cops in an official statement, masturbating makes me feel like destroying stuff.
Wow, and he gets angry after?
Apparently.
I have never been angry after. Angry
I was
before.
gonna say that.
Never been
Never
angry
said
after.
by any man ever.
yeah.
Masturbating made me...
You know what? I've just finished and I'm mad. You know, I'm not that mad. You know, actually, I want to... Is there a hot chocolate and some macaroni and cheese?
He said he was masturbating to loud music. He suddenly felt like going out and destroying stuff. Largo Police Department got a call on Friday about a man smashing someone's mailbox. They found him shirtless and covered in dirt. Oh, according to the Palm Beach Post, you're going to be on Thursday in Fort Lauderdale at the Improv, and then Friday and Saturday at the West Palm Beach Improv.
I am.
So this is going to be sort of close to home for you.
Well, it sounds like if they caught him naked, covered in dirt, he wasn't masturbating correctly. I would say right now, I would be angry. If you make me masturbate with dirt, I'm pretty much going to be pissed off too.
They noticed a flattened trailer tire. Of course, it was a trailer, a broken window, and a real estate sign, and a garden angel demolished.
He's really not doing it right.
It's not even demolishing things,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You don't. I've never demolished. Well, I've demolished one thing when I masturbate, but that's it.
What?
Next story.
Okay, because that was weird. Christian author Mac Major says female masturbation is a direct path to Satan.
What happened to today's stories?
They're all strangely interconnected,
penises, angry masturbating.
This story makes me mad because, of course, he's not talking about men. Of course. All of these old-timey Southern Baptist, weird, under-the-tent, revivalist, weirdo preacher people.
Who are tapping each other's feet
women,
under bathroom stalls.
All women, all problems, all the time.
Right. Well,
Nobody's talking about it. It just annoyed me. His name's Mac Major if you want to go get his book.
I'm glad you jumped on board. So he says female masturbation is the devil's work?
It's called Eden Decoded. He wrote on Facebook that too many Christian women are losing their salvation because they masturbate.
Oh, my God. You know, here's the problem. Every time I see one of these people who actually lets me know what the rules are, or the rules of heaven are, they look like people that, if you've read what Jesus said, Jesus would be like, nah, I'm not with that dude. No, no, hell no. That dude, no, he don't know what he's talking about. You know, they always have this weird. They're always uptight. They're never cool. Like, you know, because when you read about Jesus wasn't uptight. Jesus was cool, hanging out with the prostitutes and the criminals. And he just did. He was like, no, everybody's on my team. And then these assholes read the Bible and they go, no, sorry, women are devilish. I don't understand what people think.
I've said this so many times, and it's very similar to Jesus' teachings, but when Gandhi was
my life.
When Gandhi was asked, what is your message? Tell us your message. And he said, my life is my message. And that's all he would say, nothing else.
Right.
So if you believe that life and things should be a certain way, then do it and lead by example.
Right. If you believe your wife masturbating is satanic, then you should kill her. Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean? Isn't that what you just said?
Well,
wife rips off her husband's testicles
with
her bare hands.
Why is it a dick thing? What happened to the podcast today?
This story is my response to that statement. Whips off her husband's testicles with her bare hands after he refused to help with the housework on International Women's Day.
Is that possible?
Want to find out?
No, that's when I didn't know if it was possible.
I feel like probably when you guys are older, it's very possible. Younger, springy ones, not so possible.
It's not just like Play-Doh, when you pull Play-Doh?
Trust me, you're not there yet, but as you get older, you'll see.
It's like, it's basically, it's brittle, like when you leave vinyl upholstery out in the sun.
Ooh.
Just for like in the backyard, you have one seat in the backyard, you pick it up one day and it just rips in half. That's what happens when you get old. Your penis gets old, it just comes off.
It's a puff of dust.
Yeah, it's like, it's a puff of dust. Yeah, could let some cracking noises and a puff of dust.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's just a jagged piece. And then you see the tag under there. You got to rip the tag off.
She tore off his left testicle because he didn't give her flowers on International Women's Day, and then he refused to help her with the housework.
Well, she didn't get flowers because I'm pretty sure that's not her first time she's flipped out like that.
His left testicle was left hanging out of his scrotum, and the skin was ripped apart.
Please stop
He was
talking.
forced to undergo emergency surgery to repair the damage.
Why are we? What happened to the penis theme news?
She said she did not know her own strength.
Welcome to Bombshell Rae and the penis theme news.
I wonder if she warned him and was like, "If you don't get me flowers,
I will rip your dick off."
And he was he's like, "Sure, honey. Yeah,
it's International Women's Day.
I'm sure you'll rip my testicles off if I don't get you flowers."
Her final quote was, "Quote: He was pretty annoyed."
Look, my left nut is hanging out. Right, you got hand me the other one back. Give it to me. Give me my nut right now. Jesus. If I knew you were going to take it this seriously, I would have made reservations for dinner. I would have done it.
Well, you will next year.
Yeah, well, if I can walk, Jesus. I need some duct tape and ice. I need some ice and some duct tape is what I need right now. Is there any more penis-themed stories? Give us me one. Let's don't leave on this. You know how I am. I'm an anti-dick joke kind of comedian. So
the man from Indiana.
Uh-oh.
This is where Amber is from.
Yes.
That's what made me think about that. Went into a dentist to have dental surgery. He was having 4 teeth pulled to remove abscess. He woke up with all of his teeth gone.
So that was a dentist. That was dentist looking at the thing backwards and pulled the wrong form. Went, oh shit.
They decided while they were in there that they were afraid the infection would spread, and so they pulled them all out. When he woke up, he had blood all over his shirt. He was mildly non-responsive. They had put him into a medically induced coma, and he had no teeth. His wife actually went in to see what was taking so long after 5.5 hours of surgery.
Oof.
And he woke up and said, "What you got you? What you got you? Are you here? Are you here? I have no fucking teeth on that. You sons of bitches! Oh my god! Oh my god!"
Can you believe that?
No.
They're saying that every patient and issue is different, and we evaluate each and every part of the oral cavity. They're actually making a statement about why. Don't you have to wake them back up and say, "Hey, bro.
Hey, dude, sign this paper that says we can yank your entire teeth." Oh, that's crazy.
Your teeth?
Your teeth.
Do you know that he'll fit right in where he is now, though? It's fine. He can fully assimilate. Back in the day, like in the late 1800s, they would actually pull people's teeth out because, like in insane asylums, because they believed that that's where it came from.
Your teeth.
Your teeth. All of your teeth. that
I'm
crazy?
glad we live. We bitch about the world right now. Gay rights and stuff, but way back in, they just killed you.
I mean,
if you were gay, if you got two men caught together, they tied you to a stake.
Is
and
that
burned
any
you.
crazier thinking insanity comes to your teeth as thinking that female masturbation puts you to hell? Is that
Yeah.
really any like we still?
Do you
live
know
in
what we
really
did to
crazy
black
time.
people and American Indians?
Right.
And women?
So we gotta say it's gotten better, but we still need to keep tuning. Right? We got to keep tuning.
Tuning.
We're just tuning it up. Tuning America up. That's what we do. We're the Titus Podcast, tuning America up. That's us. That's us. All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
If you want to see us this weekend, Fort Lauderdale Improv on Thursday, and then West Palm Improv Friday, Saturday. And then the next week, the 21st is Billings, Montana, Babcock Theater. 22nd is Ellen Theater in Bozeman, Montana. 23rd is Butte, Montana at the Motherlode Theater. And Sunday, the 24th, is Top Hat in Missoula, Montana.
And
Get
follow
tickets.
us on Twitter at Titus Nation, at Ray Bradley, or you can follow at Special Unit Film. We're doing that too. Fetus, you can follow on.
At the Ryan Farmer.
Yep. Follow me on Facebook through Christopher Titus. And by the way, people, if you're going to buy something through Amazon, click through the homepage, ChristopherTitus.com page, and it always helps us keep the doors open. Also, if you want DVDs, guys, I have 6 90-minute specials. They're all kick ass. Go to ChristopherTitus.com, order a couple. I sign them all. If you got friends, we have Love is Evil now as a greeting card. So if you have a friend that's had their heart stolen or ripped out, and they're just walking around, and you're like, Jesus, shut up. There's other people out there. Get this for them. They will laugh their ass off, and they'll move on with their life. Thanks for listening, guys. Ryan, you want to say anything?
No.
Ray?
I think we've said it all.
All right. For myself, Bombshell Rae, and the Fetus, later.
Peace out.
See ya.
Well, it was kind of nice that he came in late.
It was better.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of Willie for a minute.
It did. He just wanted to go show up late.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't remind me of Willie at all. In fact, he's Willie's nemesis.
He's definitely Willie's nemesis.